Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome this afternoon. We've got a special treat for you guys today, I guess. North America one-shot tournament, just like the old weeklies. I'm joined by Hindu Man right here in New York City.
Right here in New York City. Look at us. I mean, the room, the doors are huge here.
Yep.
That's what I found. I mean, the door behind is huge. I've never seen a door that big before. I'm a big person, but even I can squeeze through there without having to turn sideways. I'm quite surprised.
Yeah, we do have a big door and all that nonsense. But we're off to a great start, guys. We like I said, it's a good old fashioned hi-rez weekly. We're gonna get on with most of the action. It's $1,000 on the line for a lot of cool people coming out. We have some of the teams that you're used to seeing. The return of 5 Angry Men. Rumor has it that they wanted to name themselves the
Clowlooters.
The Clowlooters, but
The
I don't think most of the
Clowlooters.
team wanted that, despite paying Devion's best wishes.
That's amazing. The Clowlooters. What a name! I'm so happy. The good news, I'm glad to be doing North America again because it's been a while. So we get to see the teams today before the LAN tournament. They're not going to be the full teams. You may see players from all the different teams mixed in together because obviously nobody wants to show strats just before the LAN tournament, and that's really important.
Exactly. The LAN tournament, for you guys out of the know, it's been a little bit of a lull in Pro League action, but we're going to return to it soon. This weekend is the last weekly, and we'll talk a little bit about this fun format going on. But next weekend is the 15th, and we'll see the European regionals, which that'll be the regional championship. Top 6 teams fight off in Cologne, Germany, at the ESL studios.
Yep. I cannot wait. I am really, really excited for that. The scariest thing about that F-Dot is the fact that there's only 2 teams we can send.
Exactly.
Only
Only 2 teams will make it out of there. And speaking of 2 teams, we've got 2 teams for you right now.
Transition!
Team Eshrek
Yo, where did you learn
versus
that?
Demonites. Demonites, the namesake of Demon Machine, your very own guy.
I've never known you to transition that well before in my life, so I'm just in shock now. I'm like, wow. Wow.
You're in the big leagues now, Hindu Man.
Wow.
Welcome to America.
Oh, living in America. I want to put on the shirt like Apollo Creed. And, living in America. Let's go. So we are in picks and bans underway. Janus and Saket banned out already. Not really a surprise to see the Janus ban. Saket though, I feel Saket's very hit or miss. What about you?
I love the way you said that, specifically your idiom, because hit or miss is perfect. If you hit your madness, you can hit many problems. If you miss your madness, you sort of have to run away. Serket is one of those characters that is borderline, I hate the word broken, but she's extremely powerful when played at a professional high-tier level. But when played mid-tier or lower, when you start to miss abilities, when you don't weave your basic attacks correctly, she can fall off a little bit, so it's extremely dependent on the player. So Circuit ban there is really, you got to be sure that you're banning it away from somebody specific, otherwise it could be a waste.
I mean, it's a very potent god. The one issue I find with Circuit is team fights late game. That's where she starts to struggle because she has to get in there to do the burst, and if she gets caught, she evaporates very, very quickly. Along the way, Loki was banned out as well, as was Mercury, so focus on assassins mainly. Noir got through, though. I'm kind of surprised by that one.
I mean, Nua's a character that she becomes extremely troublesome late game because of the scaling on her ultimate. It just scales so incredibly high, you can take off a lot of people's HP with a single press of a button. But prior to that...
Oh, no, that's a skill shot, though, right? The skill shot, though, right, chat? Right?
Prior to that...
Right?
Just like John Quinn.
Yo, Zhong, you actually have to run after them. That's
fair.
all I'm saying.
You actually have to press
Zhong
W.
has to move, right? This chick presses 4, and you lights out.
She has to get to that point, though. Early in the game, it doesn't really do much, and there's a number of different ways to really build it. So we'll have to see as we go forward. But so Nua's going to be picked up along with Athena and Ram. So these 3 characters looking very strong. And taking a look at the Demonites lineup as Apollo, Geb, and Agni. Both these teams really know the proverbial the not so concrete tier list. They've got those 3 choices locked in, and those are very good gods.
After is Sylvanas not released in NA? Is that Is that the case? Is Sylvanas not released?
Nope, Sylvanas is definitely playable. That's another point of our tournament. Sylvanas will be playable today, which is the first time we're going to see Sylvanas in a somewhat competitive environment before regionals, because European regionals on the 15th and North American regionals on the 22nd will be able to feature her. Well, as him. So we're going to see that, and that will be a big deal about our tournament today.
Okay, well, Thor locked in into the last few picks, and we're going to see how this one's going to play out.
Yep. So we got Thor locked in. Yep. And taking a look at the other side, we're going to see what kind of jungler they go ahead and pick up. Probably going to look for something more, maybe control oriented. You think, because they have Athena and Rom.
Yeah, some control would be very, very good, especially from the jungle position. Maybe someone like Bats would be perfect, and it looks like they've gone for that one as well with the Humbat's pick here. Humbat's very, very wise to pick up. He's going to have that Fear No Evil, and that's one of the gods that is very, very potent all stages of the game. With the ultimate, it's never, ever wastes its usage. You know, it's always available and always going to be beneficial.
I always say from level 5 to minute 55, Hunbats is relevant. So you got to watch out for those abilities coming out from Hunbats. And taking a look at the members on this team, we don't know too much about Team E Shrek, but the Chang'e is a very proficient Chang'e, level 10, and it definitely has a lot of experience on that character. So that's something that we're going to pay a lot of attention to.
Right, guys, well, there's your picks and bads on the screen right now. We'll load in the game. It'll only be a very, very short break, and we'll be straight back. So it's going to be E-Shrek versus Demonites, round 1 this week of this one-off special occasion. Usual sort of old-schoolish competition that we've seen before. The final weekly. Well, you say that, and then we'll have lands, and we'll probably do another weekly. You know what we're like. We just throw weeklies everywhere. The final weekly for the week. It's the final weekly of this week, apart from if you're European, because the final weekly of your week will be in Europe, which is tomorrow. We will be right back after this short break.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first game of the day. Today in blue, we have Team E-Shrek versus the red team, the Team Demonites, represented in full by Demon Machine.
Demon Machine with some of his viewers, I guess some of his subscribers as well, all grouped up together. Going to be piling down the mid lane at the start of this one. We're going to see Pancake for him, Hebo playing solo lane, Skoyer, we'll say, as Thor in the jungle, Demon Machine himself, the master on Agni. Plastic Gamer's going to be playing Geb, and Sid19 is on that Apollo. And already, looks like we're going to see some early invades from both teams.
On the left side, we have Team E-Shrek. Kool-Aid Killer will be in the jungle on that Hunbats. Long lane made up by Dark Areas and Resist Evo on Athena and Rom. God's Last Gift will make up the middle lane on Nuwa, while Ilulu plays at solo lane on the Chang'e. Good decision from Team E-Shrek to group up and ward together as a team. This way they don't leave anybody out. Sometimes the support can get caught out like that. We've seen Badger from SK Gaming get caught out a little bit like that. So making a smart choice to really not do that. And that's actually what SK has done to combat that. They saw what happened and they group up now and they ward. So now when you get caught out as 5, which is much easier to turn around than all by yourself.
Yeah. Now, the only thing that came out of that, which I wanted to play out, was Geb actually didn't buy any potions whatsoever there, I thought. So if they did get in a fight, he could have lost some HP, and if he had to stay, not be able to recall back to base, he would have come to lane with no potions whatsoever. So a little bit risky on his part. It worked out in the end, because he didn't die, but just picking up those health potions could have saved him if he did end up in a fight. But nothing unusual at the start now. We're going to see wards covering both these mid-camps, so both teams can see exactly what the other teams bought. They can see a 3-man grouping from E-Shrek, though, can the Demonites, so they know that Humbats is not going to be starting at his red buff.
Pretty standard start coming out from the Pristine side right here. We usually see the 3 coming out, clearing the mid camp and then going over to the blue. You'll see a quick stop over at the red camp later on, pretty much after a wave or 2. Big point to make though over here in the soul lane for Team E-Shrek. Chang'e is glowing purple, folks. That is Magic Potion Chang'e start. All she has is the Vamp Shroud, but she does have that 450 gold potion ticking on herself.
It will help her clear a little bit quicker and be able to put more aggression on. She is a very aggressive laner. And against someone like Hebo, he can put the pressure on early, but she has to watch and make sure this pays off. If this lane goes even here, technically she falls behind 450 gold because she bought that potion at the start.
Exactly. The potion is temporary stats as opposed to permanent stats from items. You get that potion for 5 minutes or, more importantly, until you die. Whereas if you were to purchase an item, that's just stats in the bank, folks. So that's going to be, you really need to earn it. If you don't get a kill in this lane early, Hindu Man, that's almost not worth.
Well, if they don't get a kill early, they have to make it pay off somewhere else. Maybe in mid-camps when they respawn, maybe trying to invade the jungle or force a play somewhere. They have to put that to use. Otherwise, Habois does get a natural lead in this lane based off it.
Definitely something they have to look out for. Taking a look at the long lane, though, we've got 2 diamond supports. So our supports, Plastic Gamer and Dark Areas, definitely have a lot of hours in the gym on these characters. Sid won on that Apollo versus Resist Evo on that Rom. Apollo should be able to clear a little bit faster as the game goes on, with just a single hit is so beautiful. But Resist Evo, if he keeps the pressure on, this could be a very powerful lane for Team Etrecht.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, early game Athena, Ram are definitely going to have the push power over an Ageb and Apollo. Eventually it will even out, but the supports will rotate away. We can check in on the right-hand side, though. Hombats is currently doing the red buff with the help of Noir, so finally bringing that one down. He is already level 4, halfway to level 5. Once that drops, he's going to be very, very close. Still got his speed online as well. When we check in with Thor, he's in a similar position, but that red buff still standing right now.
Yeah, and see, that's really where the game has changed. It's been this way for about a month or so, maybe even a little bit longer. We used to see the jungler solo the damage camp and then move on to the solo lane, but it's open up to invades, and you just wind up being in a poor position as opposed to KS side going into that solo lane. So we see the 3 mid camp, and then not for nothing, you get the shared experience with the Bumba's Mask. You actually get more experience than if you were. You actually get more gold than if you were to do it yourself, so you get the mid lane to come over and shade over, and you actually just increase the amount of gold farm. So good attention to detail coming out from the team today.
Gonna meet Athena in the jungle. He's waited here a long time looking for a gank on this, and now it's been spotted. Nothing tomorrow's going to come of it. I don't think Rama's going to see him. Wasted a lot of time. Still only level 4. And with these mid-camps spawning any second, F dot, this is going to be a big issue because Humbats has that Fear No Evil available now. We're going to see an engagement as Noir starts to contest his left camp. Gaps here as well.
Decent idea coming out, but just poorly executed. Plastic Gamer probably going to look for an ultimate, but no chance allowed.
Comboed.
Here comes the Fear No Evil. One down to Dark Areas, and the other's going to go the way of Kool-Aid Killer. Double kill to start the game off for Team Etrecht. One more is in trouble. God's Last Gift. Demon Machine tried to secure it, but Kool-Aid Killer turns around, picks up the double, and 3 kills go the way of the blue team very, very early, and that'll allow them to secure both mid-cams for absolutely nothing. I love the idea coming out of Demon Machine, but just not able to get that kill.
Yeah, he didn't have any abilities up to be able to continue going for the kill. That's why he threw down the Noxus Fumes, just hoping it'd be enough tick damage to bring it down. But that whole engagement, F dot, came off the fact that Thor went aggressive on Duo, didn't find a kill there, wasn't level 5, turned up for mid camps, and Humbats already level 5. When you've got ultimates, the other team doesn't, you know who's going to win.
Exactly, and I like the decision from Thor, looking for something in the dual lane that early. Sometimes you want to wait, but right there, you need to get your 5 before the start of the mid camps. If they got that kill, he would have been 5 and been able to get mid camps, but it was a big if, it was a really big gamble, and I just don't think playing Thor an ultimate specific character, I don't think that was really a fantastic choice. But he's going to go ahead and start farming up. He's just a little bit behind the Hun Bats, about a level and a half, so still definitely in this as long as he gets his farm, which that's looking what he's doing. He's picking up that speed.
Nice invade coming out from Etrecht, stolen away the blue buff, and it looks like, oh, he missed the hog, looking for the buff at the speed. Who's going to pick that one up? It does like he's going to go over to Etrecht. Now they're going to go aggressive with the Waxing Moon onto the Thor. He drops again. Habois can only stand and look. Agony's round the corner, going to look in, but leap in from Humbats one more time, putting the aggression on Pancake, but Pancake's not too scared right now. Has his ultimate available, just going to back away, but good invade from Etrecht one more time. Pick up a kill for themselves.
Great discipline coming out from the blue team right there. They go ahead, they invade. They have the number advantage, but they realize that the rotations are easy to come over in this right-hand jungle. So despite the what seemingly obvious easy victory in this jungle, they play it safe and they back up just to make sure they don't bite off more than they can chew. They're leading right now pretty well. They've got a 2,200 gold lead, and they want to make sure it stays that way rather than goes down south side.
Well, if the next mid-camps come up and Etrecht get them again, they're going to be in a dominant position. It's got to be down to Demonites now, really, at these mid-camps, the next ones to really contest strong. Level 9 Humbats versus level 5 Thor. Look at the difference right now, F dot. He's got nothing.
Yeah, and right now Hunbats is just coasting. Taking a look at what he's building, he's got the penetration boots down right now. Sometimes we see that heart seer come out, but not going to go that way this time. For his next item, look to see either a Jotuns or a Deathbringer, depending on where he wants to go. Jotuns allows him a little more utility. Deathbringer brings him the damage, but with you saw that hit of the overhand smash,
Yeah.
man. He's doing a lot of damage already.
He is doing a lot of new warrior middle lane though, getting some pressure on new Demon Machine, but going to use the Path of Flames to get away for now. Back to Tarage, but Humbat's now here as well. Has he got the fit away? But yes, he does. Overhand Slash connects as well. He's a level ahead of Demon Machine, the mid laner, and jumps away before the tower can bring him down. Now mid camp spawn, left hand side, already been taken by Eshrekt. Right one's due to spawn in a second, and there's not a whole lot Demonites can do here.
Eshrek totally on the ball with the timings and understanding of the ganks. You know, this is something that you see a lot of the mid-range teams sort of really learn and come accustomed to, and you can see that they've really put in the time, is not only how important the ganks are, but when the ganks come through. The ganks for Team Eshrek are coming out right before these mid-camps spawn, so they're guaranteed, we're going to go for the kill, we get it, and then we pick up our camps.
And then they take the red buff away again from Demon Knight's jungler. That's going to pour for some further behind. Just continuing to apply pressure now. Plastic Gamer eats a bit of poke from that new warrior mid. Eats the stun. Only level 7 at the moment. In his counterpart level 8. So on level behind on pretty much everybody on their team right now.
Demon Knights definitely need to do a little bit of climbing uphill in order to get back into this game. They're not quite out, folks. They're down by just a hair under 3,000, so they do have a way to really get back. They need to focus on playing the passive game. Demon Machine is doing pretty well as the Agni, just going to play it safe a little bit and can definitely outrange this Nuwa as far as the stun is concerned. Right now, the game is up to Hunbats. What Kool-Aid Killer can do, Hindu Man, is that's where this team will go.
Thor needs to realize right now that he's so far behind, he just needs to farm. And he needs to tell his team that right now. He should be telling his team already, saying, I cannot engage in any fights, guys. I will counter-engage if Humbats comes in. But until that happens, there's nothing I can do. I'm farming. I'll steal your farm wherever I can. I'm going to be a loot monster. That's all I need to be right now. I need gold, and I need experience, and I need it now.
And we see him going into the soul, and just for that reason, it's going to be a good choice from him to go ahead and do that. Kool-Aid Killer going to zone him really hard, and as we saw before, the damage coming out from Hunbats is intense. A single basic after the overhand smash is going to bring him down to about 60% HP, so just not able to deal with this Hunbats. Gets the slow, hits the overhand, but a great knockup coming out from Tebow is going to help it. Waxing Moon, and the ball.
I don't know if that hit, or it was just the monkey that did the damage overall. I think
it was the monkey.
It was. And now they're going to zone Hebo away from the tower as well. Going to make him deny him these minions. Humbats not scared to go aggressive. Get an overhand smash. Good night, pancakes. Syrup for you tonight. And now they're going to get some free tower pressure on. Lose a full minion wave to the tower. And once again, Blue and Speed are available here, F-Dot. They're continuing to steal.
Yeah, Kool-Aid Killer and friends are just sort of going in on the pickups for the jungle, not just the jungler, but the rest of the team. We saw mid laner really leech off a little bit of there, and solo lane gets experience from the blue buff, and Kool-Aid Killer is just going around the map, making sure nobody has anything to farm. He's 3 levels above anyone on the opposing team. 10-10-10, read these sides, and over on the left-hand side, another invade.
Oh, he's an invade coming out. Good 3-man taunt into the Demon Machine bomb. But can they get the damage to bring anyone down? That's the question. Thor's very, very low. But now Humbats is here with the Fear No Evil. Secures one. Goes for the second one. It looks like Demon Machine's going to drop 2. You can see Geb on the backside trying to get away, trying to keep his team busy. But it's also going to go down. Triple kill to the Humbats. 11-0. That is a Gold Fury.
9-0-2 reads the slash line for Hunbats, the Kool-Aid Killer, Team Eastrek's jungler. He's on a tear, and he's going to go ahead and pick up the Gold Fury for his team. Hebo goes ahead and picks up Dark Areas with an easy ultimate, but one more time, that's going to put Kool-Aid Killer into the double digits with the kill on Habwa, but it's 12-1. Demon Knights finally find up on the scoreboard. Habwa with the 1-2-0 slash line, finally making his presence noticed.
He's been involved in every single kill. Every single kill his team has had, he has been there and he has secured for his team, or at least assisted in it. That's ridiculous right now. The one thing is, though, F-Dot, having all the kills on one god isn't necessarily a good thing. Yes, he's a hyper carry technically in the late stages of the game, but if he goes down first in this team fight, it's kind of got to balance things out a little bit.
A tiny little bit. Normally I would agree with you, Hinterman, but we do see a lot of assists. Nuwa herself has 9 thanks to being in middle lane A and
Pressing
also
four,
just that,
pressing four.
Yeah, pressing 4. With
Don't
that
say being in
ultimate.
middle lane. Pressing 4. We all know what it is. Why she's got assists. She pressed 4. Okay.
Well, I'd like to
that
think that there's some presence of mind there.
What, pressing 4? Presence of mind? Yeah. Okay. Now she's going to tell me Zhang doesn't have to press sprint and run around with his arms wailing. Like, please, crap, after please. Nearly called you crap. I was that annoyed.
Athena's got 5 kind of assists on her as well. So
Nuwa in mid, gets got out of
out.
position, spin to win from Thor. Athena's going to ult and then dunk down, and that was a lot of damage onto that Thor. He's going to go down again. The Fog secured that one for the most part, and immediately Demon Machine has to back away. Nothing Geb can do apart from roll in and eat a bit of Fog damage as well. A little bit too late. Even Apollo comes in with it across the skies as well, but doesn't find anything. He's going to just farm up some mid. Oh, looking for the aggression on Nuwa, but Ram is in the sky as well on the backside of that. Looking for the snipes down on the back line. Still Nuwa lives in. Now the Bats Monkey has arrived, and there's 1 kill. I'm expecting a double.
Just such incredible damage coming out from the Hunbats. You know, there's really nothing else you can say in this situation besides so much damage. He's 12-0-2. He's just, there's a team fight until Hunbats shows up, Hinderman. And then the ultimate comes out. Overhand smash usually hits more than one person, kills one of them in the first shot because his team did work, and then finishes somebody off with the Sacred Monkey in the basic attack combo. He's getting the crits. We see him built into the Jones first. I respect this, though.
It's 12
I really
minutes
like
in.
it.
12 minutes in, he has Jotuns completed. He's also almost got his Deathbringer online as well. He's only 1,000 gold short of that. Now he's going to go aggressive onto Thor once again
Ram
in his jungle, trying to defend the red buff, but Ram's going to pick up that kill this time. Red buff drops, Geb rotates in, but he's going to find 2 members. The monkey jumps to him, and immediately he rotates back to the tower to live for now. This is a tough game for the Demon Knights now. They have to just try and hold as long as they can realistically and try and catch up in farm.
Team separated by about 8,400 gold difference. 16,000 experience is the real story, though. Level 17 Hunbats for the blue team, and nobody even above 13 for Demon Knights. So Hunbats really able to just run this show and drive this bus into the victory lane if Demon Machine and his Demon Knights don't really pull something out. Really, where are they looking for? They're looking for a Gold Fury, are they looking for towers, Hinderman, or are they just looking for a pick? Where can they find their first foothold to climb the wall that is Team Utrecht?
Honestly, tier 2 towers. They've lost control of their jungle. They need wards down in their jungle to try and survive this overall. Left-hand side, Hunbats going aggressive under the tower against this Apollo. Fear No Evil comes out. He uses the beast to try and delay the time as much as possible, but jumps to the monkey. The crit did not connect, but the overhand smash, that's not an overhand smash, he just leapt in and destroyed him. Gets the godlike, as DM Brandon called it. And now the speed buff is still on the ground, stolen away once again by Utrecht. But like I said, they've not got control of their own jungle left up. They need to defend these tier 2 towers and get control of their own jungle again. That's the first stage.
Yeah, they really just don't have any control, and it's credit to the Team Utrecht, honestly. They've made a point to always look for the stuff after the stuff. They're not content with just getting the kills onto their jungler. They get the kills onto the jungler and then say, where else can we go? I mentioned it before, early in the game around the 6-9 minute mark, every time they ganked, they got mid camps. They ganked to secure those mids. Now, we saw it before when they ganked Hebo when they ganked Heboa in the solo lane. Instead of going directly for the tower and getting about half HP of the tower down, instead they picked up the jungle. They just attention to detail, and that's what's going to win the game for them eventually. 39,000 to 29,000 gold, 10,000 gold separate the teams, 16 kills in just over 14 minutes of play, and it definitely was a teamwork victory, but Kool-Aid killer. Let's be real.
I mean, the thing to note about that FDL as well, right? Snowballing. That's what I'm going to talk about here. Snowballing. What happened in that game was right at the start, Thor went aggressive on the dual lane. That was where it came down to. He was level 4, Hunbats was still farming and hit level 5 before him. He went aggressive, didn't find the kill, then rotated to mid camps in a situation where the enemy team all had ultimates available. And you saw exactly what happened with those ultimates being online. Fear No Evil. Thor could have technically escaped or engaged for his team if he had his available. And off the back of that, you just saw Utrecht snowball that from then on. Put the pressure on, keep Thor down. He was only level 4 at that point. He did hit level 5, but then they stole his jungle repeatedly. And then you saw the difference at level 9 of Hunbats to the level 5. Sorry, level 6, I think it was. The Thor. And then from there, it was pretty much keep the pressure on and let them make the mistakes, and we'll just keep cleaning them up.
Yeah, it was a little rough, but I mean, like, that's the mentality, right? You saw what Thor did, and it was a really big gamble early to figure it out. and they looked at it and they thought it was a good idea and it wound up not being. So what happens is Thor needed to go back and farm, but as we said, Team Eshrek did the completely right thing and denied all his farm. So what's he going to do, sit in a lane? You kind of have to be proactive and make something happen, and in trying to do so over and over again, it just didn't work out. So it's honestly, this is a story of Team Eshrek just winning the game. There are, of course, things that Demon Knights could have done to fix things, but Hun Bats and the rest of his team really took everything off the table to really prevent that. So well played by both teams. 17-1, read the kills, and Hun Bats Kool-Aid Killer 13-0-3. Definitely the story of this game. Going on to our next game, though, we do have two teams coming up for you. We have Imperium versus Danger Zone, and that's who we're going to see just next. So stay tuned. We're going to bring the next game for you very soon. For Hinderman, we'll be right back.